Hey Lemon Squeezies, how's everybody going? Hope you all had a very happy new year. We didn't really do too much. We went to a family party, and by 10:30 I was sitting there yawning trying not to fall asleep. So and Pop was too. We both had to work New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, so we were both pretty tired. So we got home probably about 10:30, 10:45. We sat up and watched a little TV. Pop realized it was midnight. She told me Happy New Year. I told her Happy New Year. We kissed. She kissed my belly. Told baby Happy New Year. And we went to bed. And that was it. So nothing too fantastic happened with us. But next New Year we'll have our baby. So we'll see what that brings us. So yeah, so I am officially 15 weeks today. And as you guys know, I always review my past week. So last week I was 14 weeks. And the baby was the size of a lemon. This week the baby is the size of an apple, so the baby's getting bigger. So as far as symptoms for me this week, I've had some good ones and some bad ones. So the first thing I have on my list is that I can now wait longer between meals to eat without feeling sick. So before, I would say I had to eat at least once an hour, even if it was just a snack. And like I would have lunch or breakfast, at like maybe like 10:30, because usually we open the store at 9, so usually from 9 to 10 and 9 to 10:30 we're usually pretty busy. So usually I'll have breakfast about that time, and then I'll be ready for lunch about 12:30. Well, lately I've been able to make it till like 1:30. If I push it 2 o'clock, but I really don't like pushing it out that far. So I'm definitely able to wait longer between meals. I've been less nauseous, but the weird thing is, even though I have less nausea, I've actually been puking more in my second trimester than I did in my first. So like in my first trimester, I think I puked like maybe 3 or 4 times. It's becoming like a every 3 or 4 day thing now. And most of it is induced by me brushing my tongue in the morning. But this morning it was completely invoked. Did I use the right word? Provoked, I guess was the word I was looking for. So like this morning, Pop and I come to work together. She works downtown, so it's cheaper for her to park her car here and just take the streetcar downtown and then take the streetcar back, because it's like $8 or something like that to park down there a day. So she parks her car here in my parking lot and then takes the streetcar down. So we got here this morning, we pulled in the parking lot, and I had like a little itch in my throat, and I coughed a couple of times, and the next thing I know, I was puking out the passenger side of the car. So that was festive. And then I'm like looking around the parking lot, because like I said, everybody doesn't know I'm pregnant yet. So I'm like looking around the parking lot trying to figure out who the cars are coming in, because I don't want people to see me and stuff like that. So that was the most sexy way I could have started off my day. And like I said, after that I always just feel a little weak. Like my muscles are a little bit shaky. It takes a while for me to get an appetite after that. But it's just weird, because I have less nausea, but I'm puking more. So just pray for me on that. Another thing that I've noticed is that rubber band feeling that I had in the beginning of my pregnancy is definitely back, where it feels like there's a rubber band that's around me and it's squeezing me. And it's usually like on the sides of my belly button that I can feel it the most. So I guess it's just a sign of me growing. But like it makes me look and see, like, did my tank top roll up and it's squeezing me there, or what exactly is that feeling? But it just feels like there's a rubber band around my stomach. This might be a little TMI, but in the beginning of my pregnancy I had that really wet feeling down there, and it's back again, and it's bad. So I've been wearing panty liners like my entire pregnancy just to combat that, and recently I had noticed it wasn't that bad, but this week it's definitely back. And my boobs are huge. I thought I was tripping at first. I just switched to a different type of lotion. You guys, if you're friends with me on Facebook, you saw where I had hit like a really good sting on Carry lotion, which is usually like $7.50 I think a bottle, or $8.50 a bottle. It's usually pretty expensive. Well, I had a really good sale at my local Rite Aid, and then I had a $5 off coupon. So they came out to be, with tax, oh my God, $1.53 a piece. So I bought a whole bunch of bottles of that, and it's really, really good lotion. It's something I normally wouldn't have bought, but because it was at such a good price, I did purchase it, and it's really nice. It makes my skin feel really good. And I got the one with the shea butter in it. So I use that in the morning, And at night when I get out of the shower, and I put it like on my belly, and I've been putting it on my boobs too lately, so you know, I know it's not really stretch mark time, but it's getting towards that place. And I had noticed that after I would do that, like between like my cleavage, it felt so icky in there. Like my boobs were sliding back and forth on each other. It was so gross. So now I just put it on the outside of my boobs and not down the middle. And it's just really weird because it's like my boobs actually touch now. Like they touch in the middle, and it's so crazy. So like the other day I was showing Pop, I'm like, am I tripping? They're like huge. They're really plump and they're really round. And it's just weird. So I guess I just went through another little growth spurt. Insomnia lately, I've had a lot of insomnia. Like most of you guys know, I work a lot, so most nights I'm in bed by like 10:30. Lately I've been staying up till about midnight, 12:30, and there's a lot of anxiety that goes along with that too. Now that I'm in my second trimester and I'm starting to show more and things like that, I'm starting to realize that it's time to, you know, really get ready for a baby. It's starting to become more real to me now. So like I've been stressing out about not having my crib yet, and not having enough baby clothes, and needing to start buying my cloth diapers, and stockpiling for the house, and just stuff like that. Like it's like my sister says it's kind of like I'm going through an early nesting stage, but I'm just freaking out. Like I'm really, really anxious, and I think that's what keeps me up at night as I'm laying there and I'm flipping through the channels, and I'm just thinking about all the different things that I have left to do before this baby comes, and it just doesn't seem like it's enough time. So I've been trying to relax on that a little bit, but it's really hard to. It's something that I don't think I'm going to be able to just completely stop thinking about. My energy is definitely back. I'm not as sluggish and tired throughout the day as I was before. But my hair did start shedding again, which you guys know I have a thyroid issue. And at first, like you guys know, I have been wearing my hair in a ponytail, and recently I started wearing it down again. And I would notice when I was in the shower that like when I would run the conditioner through, like when I would get to the ends like this and pull my hand up, it'd be like a gob of hair in my hand. And that's how it's always been for me. Like even when I was in high school and stuff, my hair is always shed, and I thought that was natural for me. Well, once I started on the thyroid medication and everything, that stopped. So recently, within the last week and a half, 2 weeks, I've noticed that my hair started shedding again. So we'll talk about my midwife appointment later, but when I went to the midwife yesterday, I did mention that to her, and she said that it could be normal pregnancy hormones, but like I said, we'll talk about that later. I've had extreme gas lately. Like I wake up in the morning and my stomach hurts just from gas. Like I have to let it out. I've been very burpy. I've noticed that, I know I told you guys in my last video, I've been drinking a lot of soda lately. Soda definitely helps relieve the gas, because like normally what would be a little burp becomes a big burp and it feels a lot better. So I'm trying to stay away from the caffeine beverages, like as far as soda is concerned, but it really makes me feel better to have a soda. So still dealing with that, and I'm down to like one soda a day. Like if I have one, that's it for the day. I'll just have that one. And yesterday Pop tried to put me on soda probation. She brought one into the bedroom and she left back out, and I guzzled it real quick and put the can back. And so when she came in, she's like, where's my soda? And I just busted up laughing. I'm like, I drank it because you didn't want to give me one, so ha ha ha. It was really bad, but it was hilarious. I'm still short of breath. I notice it's only when I do a lot of walking. Like I walked to go pick up lunch today. I was like really, really out of breath by the time I made it back. And when I talk a lot, which of course is during my videos, I get really short of breath. Let me see. Not so much towards the end of the week, but during the beginning of the week, which is when I started taking these notes, I was experiencing sharp pains in my boob area. They're still sore on the sides. Like they're sore to the point where like me and Pop were walking arm in arm in the store one day, and we were like bouncing into each other, and I told her, I'm like, you know, this isn't going to work. We're going to have to find some other way to be close to each other because this is hurting me. This one little curl just does not want to blend. There she goes. But I've been having really sharp pains more like in my nipple area, and I noticed that it was more frequent in the one that I had pierced. I told you guys I took my ring out, like it's probably been at least 2.5 months since I took my ring out now. But like when I do get the sharp pains, they're more frequent in the breast that I had the piercing in. So I've been doing a lot of research as far as me wanting to breastfeed and stuff like that, and everybody says that it should not interfere, but stuff like that just kind of makes me nervous, like what's going on in there. And it's probably just my body trying to heal from the piercing, but I don't know. I'll keep you posted on that. And I told a couple of you guys, but not really too many, because I'm not sure, but the more time that goes on, I'm starting to become a little bit more sure of it. I think I may be feeling the baby move, but I'm not 100%. Like, at first it started off like a gurgling feeling, like bubbles going up, like blue, blue, blue. But now it's more like, it's hard to explain. It's almost just like, I don't know. It's really hard to explain. It's kind of like somebody flicked me on the inside of my uterus, like bloop. And it's really weird. And it only happens like when I'm sitting really still and quiet. Like the other day I was watching TV at Pop's parents' house, and I was just like leaning back on the headboard. So I wasn't like completely laid back. And I could have swore I felt it. But I don't know for sure if that's what that is. It could just be gas. I don't know. But that's a symptom, I guess. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for all the symptoms. I've had a super stuffy nose though. Like my nose has been retardedly stuffy. And like you guys know, I was sick and then I got better, but the stuffy nose never went away. And so right now it's pretty good, but like in an hour or so I might start sneezing and it'll become stuffy again. So I'm really just starting to accept the fact that that may just be a pregnancy symptom and it's not from me being sick. But it definitely hasn't gone away. Okay, so yesterday I had a midwife appointment. And I was a little anxious because you guys know last time I went into the midwife or whatever, we were trying to find the baby's heartbeat and we had a really hard time with that. So I was really hoping that she wasn't going to try to do that again. But as soon as she came in the room, she had that damn Doppler with her and I already knew what time it was. So we did the whole weight and height, and then we did another urine sample, which I'm not really sure why we did that, but I don't know if they are going to check my urine every time I go in or what. But we did all of that, and she did say she wanted to hear the baby's heartbeat, which we had no problem finding this time, thank God. We went directly to the baby and was able to hear the heartbeat, and it was very, very sweet to hear. I didn't cry. I got a little misty-eyed, but then I laughed, and Pop was really excited to hear the baby. So after that, we were both very relieved. Let's see. She told me that she wanted me to have a flu shot, which I've never had one before in the past. And I know people are probably like, what the hell do you mean you've never had a flu shot? But I've never been one of those type of people who get sick a lot. And I'm not really like a crybaby when I get sick or anything. Like I'm a soldier. I can get sick and keep going to work and everything. But she was saying that if I was to catch the flu while pregnant, it would be a lot worse than it is, you know, for me on a regular day. So she was like, I really want you to have a flu shot. So we did that. And it was pretty simple. I mean, I was kind of like tensed up expecting it to be really painful and like a jab in the arm, but it really wasn't. It wasn't painful at all. And then, like I said, I had talked to her about my thyroid and my hair shedding and everything. So she said that she was planning on checking that at my next visit, but being it was something I was concerned about, she would go ahead and check it for me then. So I should be getting the results of that back here in the next couple of days. So we'll see what's going on with that. But I'm almost positive it's my thyroid that's causing my hair to shed like that. So I talked to her about my stuffy nose, and she said that if I want, I can do Robitussin or Claritin. And I told her, you know, it makes me feel better to know that I at least have some option, but it's not really something that I'm interested in doing. I've never really been a big take medicine type person. But it's nice to know that I do have the option in case it gets that bad. And then she told me that she wants me to start coming in every 3 weeks now instead of once a month. So I guess my visits are starting to become a little bit more frequent now, and that's crazy as hell. And then she also scheduled my anatomy/gender scan. That's going to be on February 7th, so exactly 1 week before Valentine's Day, and we're super excited about it. And we're able to take in a DVD and record it. So hopefully I'll have that video for you guys to see. But like I said, that'll be February 7th, so we still got a little ways to go. And that's pretty much it. The doctor visit, or the midwife visit, was pretty simple, pretty straight to the point, and we were like the last visit of the day, so everybody was pretty ready to go home. So that's really about it. I'm going to do a belly shot here in just a second, but I wanted to say hello and welcome to all of my new subbies. I always sub back, so I've gotten a lot of you guys recently. you know, starting like around the holiday time with all the contests and stuff going on and stuff like that. But I've really gotten a lot of subbies lately. So shout out to all of you guys, and I definitely will be following all of your journeys. And feel free to friend me on Facebook or follow me on Twitter, which I don't really use my Twitter that much. I more or less set that up so like once I go into labor, I can keep you guys more updated on what's going on with me and stuff like that. But that page is there, so feel free to follow me there. And then there was a young lady that my sister met earlier this week. Well, I guess they work together. My sister works on bourbon. So she said that she was talking to this girl, and this girl was like, yeah, you know, me and my girlfriend, we were, you know, trying to get pregnant and things like that, and it didn't really work out for us, but we're thinking about still trying and stuff like that. And my sister was like, yeah, you know, my sister and her girlfriend, they just did the same thing, and she's about to be 4 months pregnant. And she does YouTube videos and everything. And so the girl was like, she does YouTube videos, what's her name? And she told her, ain't that a mother? And the girl starts flipping, oh my God, I know her. Curly hair and glasses, right? And my sister's like, yeah, you know, that's her. So I didn't get a chance to catch your name, but if you happen to be watching, I know she said you hadn't watched in a while, but if you happen to be watching, what's up? Small world, small world. So that's really it as far as what's going on with me. I'm ready to go sit down. So I guess we'll do this belly shot and then we'll get out of here. So as you can see that thing. There it is. It's definitely getting bigger. So, and this is my tank top that Misha and Mika bought me. And I know I put a picture of this on Facebook earlier today, soon to be sexy mama. And I love this shirt because it's really, really long, so I'll have plenty of room to grow into it. And it's really, really soft. And then it's got like the little hooks up here where I can use it as a nursing tank later. So I really like this. So I made sure I wore it for the video today. Shout out to you guys. And then here's my belly. So it's starting to get to that point where I can't hide it now. I'm not really trying to though. But yeah, that's really about it. I guess we will talk to you guys next week. And take it easy, lemon squeezies. Bye.